Hello and welcome to the Shitshow Extravaganza. My name is Shaheen, and this episode was recorded on May 9th. Happy Goku Day.
Hey, my name is Marcos, and Ultraviolet is one of the most under my.
That cut off like twice.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
this was a tease for everyone who's listening.
Okay, I'm Alfredo, and I took a shit in 3 minutes.
We're not gonna hear what Marcos said. Okay.
No, but I was waiting. I gave like a.
You gave him like a solid 2 seconds to
Yeah, are we
to
gonna
pick.
restart then?
No, that's fine.
No, keep going. Yo, say what you gotta say.
Okay, my name is Marcos, and Ultraviolet is the most rated movie.
What's happening? You sound clear all like before and after the statement, but the statement itself just dies out. It's like it's a forbidden saying, and you're trying to like the gods are preventing you from saying it.
2006. I've never seen this.
Okay, so Sauce could hear it. Why couldn't you?
I put things together. Like
Yeah, no, I can
heard,
put it
like,
together.
An Ultraviolet, underrated movie.
Oh, movie! I thought you were gonna say ultraviolet was my favorite color, and I'm like, that's a weird color.
I like Ultraviolet rays.
Like violet, but it's super strong. Anyway, this is going to be the last episode of season 2. My God, was it a fucking like marathon to get here? Like this was, whew! It was a lot. It was a lot. There was 2 hiatuses, hiatus high.
Hunter.
Yeah.
That sounds like genocide, dude.
What'd you say?
That sounds like genocide.
Hiatus high?
Yeah.
You have a weird concept of genocide. And we had a host leave. We had me going solo for about a month and a half. At least that's how long I remember. It felt longer. And then we had one host get along, and Sauce was just there every week. And now we have 2 extra hosts. There's a happy ending in all of this, is what I'm trying to say.
You're probably not gonna be able to get rid of us. We're
No,
gonna
that's
be the
fine,
new
bro.
campaign.
Like that's the dream, bro. But anyway,
The dream.
so we got here.
Velvet dream.
What happened?
I said the velvet.
Oh my God.
Okay, no, we can do move on.
Yeah. We talked about the Velveteen Dream.
Move on. Yeah.
So we've reached the final episode of this season. We're probably gonna take a hiatus, just because it feels natural. However, we might be recording episodes ahead of time so that we could be lazy in the future. Because quarantine has been offering us the gift of time, is what all the middle-aged Karens on Facebook are saying. Well, not all of them. Half of them. The other half are saying my rights, my haircut. Anyway.
My
So,
protest.
my protest.
I have to wear a mask? What do you mean?
God created us in His image. How could we cover up God's face? That's a legit argument. I forgot which state leader. Who was it? Was it a mayor? I can't remember. Someone said it. Ohio? Sounds like Ohio. I don't know. Wow, this is not a political podcast. Although,
That's like a Florida thing, though.
no, Florida would be much more extreme. This is light compared to what Florida is capable of. Florida,
Man.
I just read that Florida boy sticks his penis in beehive. like that's Florida status. Like that's not even like the extremist. That's like there.
That's a normal Sunday.
That is on brand.
Before you praise Jesus.
Yeah. But here's something interesting. So this is happening in Kuwait starting tomorrow, Sunday, May 10th. After 4 p.m., Kuwait is going on total shutdown. Nobody's allowed to leave their houses at all for 20 days.
Wow.
20 days?
20 days until the end of May.
How y'all gonna get
So, like,
food?
what happens in the exactly
So you're supposed to stack up on food. Stock up on food.
today?
Well, no, I mean, they announced this a few days ago. But also,
Okay.
they give you an emergency number or app. No, it's a website, I think. I can't remember. But basically, it's a government-run thing, and if you need food, they'll send you.
Mm.
Like government, not restaurants, because they can't trust restaurants anymore. Well, not anymore. There's no reason not to trust them. It's just to be safe. So the reason why I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's still Ramadan, right?
Yeah, it's Ramadan until the 22nd, I believe.
Okay, half of it.
Yeah, so half of it is not even that hard because we're not going to be eating for the majority of the day, and I do mean the majority. More than 12 hours, but it's fine. Like nobody's complaining. Like if they announced this in the States, you know, people would go ape shit.
Yeah.
They would start protesting.
It's our rights. Give me liberty or give me Corona. They took their jobs.
In this case, if they get they get.
Yeah. It cut off a little bit, but I got it. If they get liberty, they get Corona. In case anyone didn't hear that, and that's true. But yeah, we're gonna be off the grid for the next 20 days, which is exciting because they just asked me to come back to work, and then they just sent a message saying never mind, and I'm like, yeah. I know, I shouldn't be making fun of this. People are legitimately losing their jobs out there. But yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, we're going to full lockdown, and I still have a defective PS4 controller, so this is gonna be a little bit rougher than I thought it would be. That's the Corona update in Kuwait, and I think they're doing that is because in 20 days that's when they want to reopen the country. So in order to reopen the country, they want to make an extended full lockdown, so that they could contain, or if there's outbreaks, they know which households might have the outbreaks, right? So they can contain it as much as they can. So they will go to extreme measures so that they can open up sooner. Which sucks because that means I have to go to work. But it's fine, it's fine.
It is money, man.
I still get paid, which is lovely.
Wait, you still get paid at home?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Right? Why do you think I'm okay with not working at work?
Damn, you're such a hard worker.
Yeah, I mean, they make us sometimes work at home. It's not bad. It's just annoying because I don't have all my files. So they're like, here, email all these clients, all these tenants. And then I said, okay, but the list of emails is on my office computer.
So you're stuck doing something that you like just can't.
Well, no,
Like
I have to do it, but I have to do it the longer way now. I have to go search the email from like 4 months ago and try to, and it's not even labeled. It's not even clearly labeled. Like, hey, here's the tenant list or whatever. No, I have to just go back and keep searching.
Because he doesn't know how to use the search tool.
No, I know how to use it. It's just you can't narrow it down. The person who sent it with no title. It's just that. Like the most I can narrow down is the person who sent it, and that person sends like fucking 500 emails a day, so that's not gonna help at all. Well, obviously it is gonna help, but it's still 500 emails a day. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Could be a lot worse. Just in case someone might get butthurt, I am grateful for the opportunity that I have been given in life. And I recognize and acknowledge that I am perhaps well off than other people, and I do not wish to brag about it.
Redemption arc.
Yeah, I joined the good guys now.
I'm just kidding. Turn heel, baby. Turn heel.
Kick someone in the dick. Kick Corona in the dick. No, that'd be a hero. Side with Corona.
It's you back to back with Corona.
Yeah. Tag team with Corona.
Osmosis Jones. Corona Jones.
What have you guys been up to? Like any updates locally about how y'all handling stuff?
They opened parks and beaches to the public.
How does that make you feel?
I don't know, man. I mean, at the beach, it's like you have to be inside the water, constantly moving, so you cannot be just chilling, which is good, right?
You still have to
But
be
at
like
the-
distance from each other.
Yeah, if you get into like 6 feet from someone, you have to be wearing. That's still a thing.
Here's what I don't
But
get. I'm sorry. Here's what I don't get.
What?
Okay, the beaches are open. Do you really need to go to the beach?
I don't, but
is it
some
a
people-
necessary trip when there's something going on? Like when there's a pandemic, is a beach really on top of that priority list?
Yeah,
Uh,
the novelty of having a beach is like, oh, I can't go to the beach. It makes it a little bit more
Yeah,
like
like
desirable.
whatever is not allowed is like more enticing.
Yeah,
So
they said. Oh yeah, the quarantine sun hit different when it's not allowed.
That sun hit different when it's illegal.
Yeah,
The meme, bro. I'm kind of like fucking scared on like what some of my like friends on Snap are doing. So, like some of my high school friends. One of them, they legit had like a party at their house, and I'm like, what is happening?
that's not smart.
yeah, there was actually this person. He didn't know he had the virus, so he went out, got infected, got like 10 people infected, and then since they didn't know they were infected, they got another 10. So like out of one person going to the park, like 100 people got sick.
You just
It's like-
basically defined what a pandemic is. Like,
Yeah, but like this was just recent, just when they did the ban. On
God,
the-
if
on the-
only there was something that could perhaps ensure that people just stay home. I don't know, like common sense or something. I don't know.
We don't-
Listen, the only people that I'm slightly excusing, and this I understand this position goes to people that are in less fortunate situations or in countries in which the government does not prioritize the safety of its public. And those people that I'm sympathizing with are people who legit are out of the job, cannot provide for themselves or their families. Health care is difficult. Testing is difficult. Did you know that Kuwait has a drive-through test?
That's sick.
So you go to
They're-
they put it in the airport area. You go to the airport area, and it's a drive-through test. So they do one process while you're still in the car, the doctors, and then if you have symptoms, you go one street. If you don't have symptoms, you go the other street. And within like 15 minutes, they let you know if you're positive or not.
Do they take over like a abandoned McDonald's or something?
No, Kuwait is a desert. There's so many empty spaces.
They
No,
just
they're
built
doing
a
something
tractor?
similar around my around work, like in the back parking lot. They have a setup of people just giving you the test, like while you're in the car. So
Yeah,
it's-
that's what
I
I mean.
love
It's nice to do that shit, you know.
yeah.
Especially people
Bro,
that
I've been
live
suffocating.
with people. Like if I was in San Diego at this point and I was living alone, I know I say I'm living alone, but there's so many people staying in my place. But you know, when I am living alone, I'd be less concerned because I'm like, worst case scenario, my age is less affected by the corona, meaning that if I isolate myself, if I do show symptoms, maybe it'll pass. Otherwise, I can try to get medical help, but I know the U.S. healthcare is. So, but at least I won't be affecting my parents, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I think that's the key thing. Like people have it hard. It's not like the quarantine itself. It's very easy in Kuwait, in my opinion. That's because we get everything that we need. The government takes care of us. We still get paid, and that's such a luxury that I'm not taking for granted. I'm thankful. I stated this earlier, but I feel so bad for the people who have nothing. Like they're hardworking individuals. They are stripped from their jobs. They live in a small apartment with their families. Like that's and they still have to go to work. They're not going to be allowed to go home and get paid. I know some people do, but that's rare.
And if you could see like the charts for like the unemployment this year, man, it's like
Is it on par with the 2008?
it's worse, dude. Like we really skyrocketed. We left everything behind. It was just like insane. Actually, I think I found the graph. I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah.
Bruh. I see that.
I just saw Peter Griffin going to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. When we started this, I had the bubble guts, but now it's gone.
You had the what?
So that's a win. The bubble guts. So like I had like a there's like an eruption coming.
The poop,
But then, like,
the
it-
poopy
it
burst.
passes. Yeah. No, it felt like a battle.
Ooh,
Like,
look at
it's
me!
like-
I'm Sauce. I have control over my bowel movements.
Sorry, dude.
I'm offended, Sauce. You know I have irritable bowel syndrome.
Take some. I used to have it, and it led to me getting a colonoscopy, bro.
Bro, I can't
Final
wait
hour,
until things die out so I can get my asshole checked. I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm so tired. But it's getting better. I think fasting is helping, definitely. I feel like for example, after I eat my first meal, usually I would poop mid-meal. But now, it would like an hour or two after I eat, I poop. Like, almost like a normal person. Almost.
Wait, poop mid-meal.
Bro, I would be eating and I'm like, what? Gotta poop.
Like your plate's half done, and then you're like, time to go.
Yeah, I'd be like fucking 2 bites in, and my stomach would like, whoa there, Sally, we gotta go to the bathroom.
You put extra spices, extra grease in my food.
Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my father, right? So he found this, which is a bad way to start statements, but I don't know what's wrong with my father. He found this local baker, right?
Okay.
And he orders like, okay, when you order bread, right? Which is weird because usually you'd go buy bread, but you know, the quarantine times. So they order bread from this local bakery, and usually you'd buy like what, fucking 1 loaf, right? 1 loaf, unless you go through bread like crazy, and 2 loaves of bread. But it's Ramadan, so you might want to decrease that because you're only eating half the amount. Anyway, so this man buys half the bakery, and we have way too much bread. Way too much, right? Like, we have so much that I see Aladdin walking in front of our house just waiting for an opportunity.
Dude, that's kind of funny because when I'm in like a Discord chat, I think I forgot who. I think it was Jevin, but like one time he came back and he's like, "Yeah, my family just brought back like 80 something loaves of bread," and I was like, "What?"
Like, I don't know what's happening, right? He gets brioche, like big old brioche loaves. He'd get like sesame ones. He'd get regular bread. He'd get bread infused with dates.
Oh,
He'd get bread infused with saffron. Like, it's just a lot of weird stuff, right? Like, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because my last meal of the day yesterday was the last loaf of bread left, which was spicy bread.
okay.
So I'm having an egg sandwich, and the whole thing is spicy, not because of the contents within the sandwich, but because of the sandwich itself, the bread portion.
Is that jalapeno?
I don't know what they use. I don't think it's jalapeno.
Was it good though?
It's alright, yeah. Like, it's a good kick.
Alright.
I like it. It's just, you know, I'm always concerned about eating spicy now, because I don't know if that has something to do with my asshole, but
Start feeling it.
I was fine when I ate it. It was good. But so much bread. He's giving my sisters and their family. He just became the bread man. And we found 2 loaves of, or like the last, not loaves, like pieces of bread that had, what's it called when bread goes bad?
Mold.
Mold, yeah. Sorry, I live in the Middle East. You know, you lose your language sometimes. Or you lose the other languages. So
I thought you needed moisture for some mold to grow.
I don't know what he does. I don't know if they.
If you leave it open, like a bag.
Yeah,
open,
there's
Yeah,
moisture in the air.
That's true. Did you guys open like multiple bags of bread like at the same time?
I don't
Like,
think
oh,
so,
want
but
the
again,
date- I want the
just-
date bread a little bit. Oh wait, I want spicy bread.
I don't know. I'm not. I only see the bread when it arrives and then it disappears and it comes back in chunk, like in little groups. Okay, because they put it in the freezer. They put it in the freezer to preserve it, and I'm like, maybe we don't need to preserve it if you don't buy so much bread, right? Like, if we just eat enough bread for a family and not entire continent, then we'd be okay. Father, what's wrong with you?
How is frozen bread? Like what?
Like it's frozen,
Okay,
and then they
so,
leave it out
yeah,
until
you thaw it out before you to consume it.
yeah.
Wait,
It-
do you
it's
thaw
very
it?
common.
Ask the chef why like he's
No,
more
when
knowledgeable.
it thaws out, does it like is it
It
like
doesn't get soggy.
For
It
real?
doesn't. Yep.
Yo,
Because
that's
it's not.
kinda
It's not like it
amazing.
has
I've
like
never-
it's not like it has like a lot of water in the bag. Like if it had water, yeah. But the moisture it just makes the bread fluffy enough to eat.
Hmm.
And then we
Now
throw
I-
that shit in
now
the
I know I could do
toaster.
that. Now I know I could do that.
Yeah, I looked it up before. They said that with bread, it's preferable to, if you want to preserve it, it's preferable to put it in the freezer and not the fridge. Because I feel like I read somewhere that fridge actually speeds up the molding
moisture.
process.
Yeah. Because it's a moist and dark environment. The doors are closed,
Hmm
so you just.
just
Although the
throwing
temperature
cold
should
things.
actually change it. But yeah, the fridge actually spread fast.
Yeah, but I mean like, still too much bread. But yeah, we found like two pieces with two slices with mold on them, and he was so devastated. I'm like, this was bound to happen. Like you got so much bread.
Rip it
We
off.
collectively can only eat so much bread. Well, yeah, that's pretty much where we at in quarantine food is lots of bread and biscuits, but not like
Biscuits.
American biscuits, like crackers biscuit. When I say crackers, I always think about salty snacks, but no, this is like
Some Ritz.
no, Ritz is a cracker. I consider a cracker, but when we say biscuits, I don't mean like the biscuits and gravy. Like no, it's more. What'd you say?
You don't consider like biscuit breads more like a cookie.
Yeah, but it's not a cookie either, because a cookie is a cookie. You know what I'm saying?
It's sweet.
I don't know if this is like Arabic diction, because in Arabic we call biscuits biscuit. But then we have
Biscuit.
biscuit,
This
yeah.
was good.
But then cookies are cookies, and the American biscuits, the bready biscuits, we call them abominations. I'm joking. We don't. We don't. I don't know what they call. I don't know what we call them. Sure, it has a name. I'm positive that it's not even close to biscuit. Like, there's no way
Biscuits.
it's even because we already have a preconceived notion that biscuits, at least when you bite them, are supposed to snap. You know, like not snap completely, but like there's a crunch to it. That doesn't happen with. What'd you say?
The Nestle.
It's scrumptious when it crunches.
Crunches.
That's
how I
love Nestle Crunch.
Nestle Crunch.
We need to
What
work on
Who
this
did you make
like
repeat
thing.
that?
What'd you say?
Who did you make repeat that one? time?
Ray. Ray had a hard time. I felt like a tiger mom. Like he was he's gonna. I really want him to be a movie star, and this was his audition. And I just
The
abused that
immorality
man.
all around.
I remember I was recording it, and but I was using Snapchat to record it, so it only records up to a minute. So
We didn't even get the
I
good
got,
part.
like, I got like from the moment he first started to right at the end of the sentence when he was like Nestle, and then they didn't even finish.
It's not even that hard of a phrase. Why did he struggle so much with it?
Crunch. You're preparing him to be a pro wrestler.
Basically, I feel like Ray could be a good. I feel like we're all too short, except Marcos, obviously. I feel like the rest of us are too short. Who's our height in terms of wrestling? Is it how tall is
Rey
Gable?
Mysterio.
Wait, but Rey Mysterio is a luchador. We're fucking fat. It doesn't count. Like, you're gonna tell me you're gonna fucking hurricanrana someone, Sauce? You're gonna
You
fucking
could try.
do a moonsault?
Okay, I don't know about a moonsault.
Yeah.
How tall is AJ Styles? He's not all that tall.
Like
He's not all that tall, but it could be deceiving.
Like when they say like, "Oh, you're a shorty" in like wrestling or in any other
Like,
sport,
he's
they're
6'7".
almost 6 foot.
How tall is Chad Gable? Isn't he like 5'9"?
I think he's 5'7".
Oh, bless it! I'm taller than him. I could take Gable in a fight.
No, you can't. He's 5'8".
Oh, he's my height. Fuck. Okay, he could
Listening
beat
to
me.
this podcast, that's an official challenge.
Well, I mean, the way they book him, everyone could beat him. Like,
Shorty G.
I think the last time Gable won a match was like 5 months ago or something.
Bruh, dude, the only reason they're doing this is because you're short.
He's not even that short, because I'm short, but I'm
even
not that short.
I know he's not even short, but to their terms, he's short.
Yeah, back to Ray being a wrestler. He's definitely, like, fit enough to give it a go. It's just that height. He has to be a cruiserweight. He has no choice.
Daniel Bryan's 5'10".
Yeah, but
I
Daniel
told
Bryan is
you,
a
like-
technical mastermind. What can Ray do?
We're like, I mean, I've never seen him do wrestling.
Just talking shit about Ray. Ray, we challenge you at WrestleMania. It already happened. Oh my god, that's a whole year. What kind of wrestling style would Ray have? We shouldn't talk about a man who's not here.
Are you excited
why
about
not?
Money in the Bank tomorrow?
Oh, I'm ecstatic, and I'm glad that I don't have to go to work, so I can just stay
Oh.
up and watch it.
I should buy the network. Dude, State gave us like not like a stimulus thing, but like they gave us financial aid because
What
of
y'all
the
gave?
corona
They gave you
stuff.
like what, 2,500 or something?
Okay, that's a lot, dude. No, they gave us like, depending on your financial situation, it ranges from like $250
Well-
to $800.
250? What are you gonna buy? Fucking.
I don't know.
Man, keep your pity
Dude,
money. 250.
No, I'm keeping that. What you mean? What do you
No,
mean?
they need to bump.
Don't take it back. I'll
They need
take
to bump up
whatever
those
I got.
numbers.
I'll
How
take
many they?
whatever I
How much money they take per year from every student? They're gonna
Okay,
give us.
that-
They're gonna give y'all 250.
I'm great. I'm great. No, I'm massa. I'm grateful. I'm that. Boy, you're a house boy. Okay.
But, I mean, it's still good on them for giving money back. I guess
Yeah,
should be giving more, but whatever.
I appreciate it, but to the people who actually like need it.
Need it. You said what? $800.
Yeah.
I'll
That's
be
what they're
straight.
giving.
I'll be straight with you, Chief. Y'all live in California.
That's true.
$800 ain't worth shit. Like in terms of rent and food for the next month or so.
Hey, to suck State's dick. At least they had it. It came quicker than the government stimulus stuff.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
also good. Because they're probably only giving $250 away, so probably easier to just, they probably like pull out their wallets because that's where they keep all the money and they just
How much? How much do we have?
just slide it under the door for each person. It's like, oh, my brother goes to state too. It's like, you got to share that 250.
I'm gonna just let it sit there. Maybe like get a streaming service, 1 or 2.
Do you have any streaming services right now?
I did that Netflix free service, but it's ended right now.
Mm.
But right now I don't have any.
Where do you
So
get
this
your
is the
joy?
perfect YouTube and
You-
video games.
You don't stream online, like illegally. I'm
I
trying to
used
catch
to,
you.
but
I have the FBI with me on this podcast. I'm trying to catch
Oh no
you.
no no, dude! I'm clean. I used to, but then like
You saw the light
I have this new PC, so I'm like, do I want to risk this PC?
with
Like
yeah,
viruses.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I prefer watching on legitimate streaming sites. It
It's
just
safer-
feels
you have that security.
not only the security, it's usually even like a lot better quality.
Yeah. Better
Even-
quality. You don't get the pop-up ads on
Yeah, you don't
Hey,
get
what you doing, boy?
you don't get what was it? Sexy Asian ladies wanting you for some. They put that on a lot of anime sites, and I'm pretty sure I know why they put that on anime sites. Because I'm like, why do they put like why specifically Asian ladies. Why is that their bait, right? Because ads are usually catered to what you search, right? To a certain extent. I don't know how
Yeah,
far it
yeah.
goes. Sometimes it asks,
Like adware.
yeah. Sometimes they advertise stuff that I never even thought about before, but I'm like I never use
Hot
because
moms
I
in your area.
what'd you say?
Hot moms in your area.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, I love moms. Anyway, but that's me looking for mom gifts, like. Um, but I never use the internet on my PlayStation unless I'm watching like One Piece or something, right? And that's only because it's not on the streaming services offered here in Kuwait. So whenever I enter those sites, sometimes there's like what is it like? Kuwaiti housewife, Kuwaiti mother, Kuwaiti wife finds out husband hiding money from her. Like why would I be interested in this? Like it's not.
It's spicy.
And the people they have on in the picture are not even Kuwaiti.
You're Filipino.
I don't know. They look like South Asian or they look like Indian. Like they definitely don't look Kuwaiti. So I'm like, if you're gonna advertise to me, at least do it right. But no, they have also like, oh, sexy Asian ladies, and I'm like, I know why you're putting it on anime sites. I know exactly why, because you know that Japanese people are not gonna use fucking Kiss Anime or Go Anime to watch anime. It's gonna be
Yeah.
those weaves that have that yellow fever.
I've been on both of those sites, but I haven't used.
I'm sorry,
because now it's
you
like
cut off.
ad-ridden.
You cut off. Can you repeat?
Oh, I used to use both sites.
Mm-hmm.
So like the last time I used Kiss was like in high school,
Mm-hmm.
but then it got ridden, like it was infested with ads. So I'd have to like X out like 2 like ads, which is still a lot. But now I heard it's like just everywhere. It's just ads everywhere.
Yeah.
He doesn't use them anymore, so just remember that.
I also hate whenever you want to watch an episode
True.
and you hit the screen and it takes to like 6 different websites. I'm like, please end my
Yeah.
suffering.
Imagine you using a PS4 for that,
That's what I've been doing.
bro. Like you have to like
You have to hold
your
circle.
S, then a mouse. Oh fuck! I exit out of the page I wanted to be on.
I forgot when this was, but we were watching something. I don't think it was even anime. We were watching some movie. We're trying to legally stream online, and then I'm gonna keep mentioning illegally so I could feel guilty in the future. But then it opened up another page, and just all we saw were titties. Right? We had like a group of friends over, and all it opened up this pop up, all titties. And I'm like, wow, that's HD. Like I didn't expect that.
Look at that quality.
Yeah, like you go to the anime website, it's like shitty quality, and then you go to these ads, and they're like, ooh, fucking crafted, 1080.
Right.
Dude, this actually happened, the same thing, but on my Asian Studies 101 or 100, I don't remember. This guy was doing a presentation, was having next to the next thing we know, it's like pop up right there. It's like, oh my god, dude.
Like, there's no one to blame there. Shit just gonna pop up. What are you gonna do?
The dude was like so embarrassed, dude. He closed the laptop and like walked away. He didn't even make his presentation. I was like, oh shit.
The teacher has to have some sympathy there.
Yeah, the teacher was
so
like,
sorry.
I'm sorry, guys. Give
Like
me
a-
1 minute, and he tries to follow the guy, but catch up to him.
He just sprinted down. Moves
That
out of the
was
country
Probably my best professor. Like probably one of my favorites.
because he got. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but. it
But
sounded dumb.
overall, as a person, he was really, as a teacher, he was there for the students, and I can't say the same thing about.
Yeah, a lot of teachers end up being really shitty. I mean, no shade on teachers. I know how hard it is to be an educator, and you never get paid enough. I understand, but I swear there's some teachers that don't care about the students, and I understand why. Like they get jaded over time, right? Like they get bullshit students, they get bullshit parents. Eventually, they just stop giving a fuck. You can't blame them, but at the same time, there's still some teachers that genuinely put in an effort and trying to give the most unique or best experience in learning. And all the power to them. And sadly, so a lot of teachers end up hating their jobs because students can also be assholes, like my whole school. Speaking of like porn in class, which is a great segue.
Ooh.
I remember I had an accounting class, and this guy sitting next to me, he was clearly a frat guy. Like, he was so... Like, his name was, like, Thaddeus, probably. Like, this guy was frat. Okay?
Thundercleave.
So he opens up his laptop. He, like, lifts it up a little bit open. And then it made
it a
sound.
Mac?
It wasn't porn. It was... Can't remember. I think it was just, like, the startup screen sound or whatever. Like, it was really loud, though. So he freaked out, and he closed it or whatever. And we had a
Plug in
nice...
some earbuds, bro.
What?
Plug in some earbuds.
Yeah, but like he freaked out, closed it, and we giggle about it briefly. And I said, "Huh?" And I thought my joke, in my opinion, was not funny. It is the most expected joke, right? When you hear someone hide their laptop and their sound, the first thing you think is, "Oh, thank God it wasn't porn." No, but I said, "Oh, it's a good thing it wasn't something else." And it was such a light joke. All I'm asking in return, Thaddeus, is a gentle yeah, haha, that's it. But this guy went full, like he took that joke and he rolled with it so much. He was like, yeah, can you imagine? Like, if I open it and you're like, and he starts moaning. I'm like, bro, what happened?
Dude, I would love that reaction, dude.
Like,
I would have went with him, dog.
I didn't expect it. He was so embarrassed, and then he did the sound himself. Like, this wasn't after class. This was 5 seconds after it happened to him.
Was this
Real
201?
chat, man.
Yeah, it was like what I think accounting 201 or something. 01, I can't remember. It's been years.
With Lebowski?
The Big Lebowski. No, we had a different teacher back then,
Oh, okay.
and then he left for paternity leave, and then we never saw him again. That's because I didn't take accounting again.
It's because he heard that one frat dude.
Yeah.
Your daddy.
Stop moaning, bro.
Like, get down! I'm sick of you.
God, he was so weird. Why would he start moaning after we just said whatever? Like,
Dude, I would have loved that situation, dude.
I don't know, man. Like, this guy unnecessarily projected the thing that he was only 3 seconds ago embarrassed of. Like, maybe he's just embarrassed of the startup screen. Like, oh shit, nobody can hear my startup screen. Like, why are you ashamed of? Like, why instead of why is one of them you're okay with and the other one is like, oh no, man, nobody can hear my startup screen, bro. Then they'll know that it wasn't on, which is a legitimate fear, I guess.
If that were to act I was in, like, where someone opened their laptop and that were like start playing, I would die laughing.
If porn just starts playing.
Yeah.
My bigger question is, why did you turn off your laptop mid-porn?
Like,
right?
You don't have the audacity to like exit out.
You're either done or you're not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, either you're done.
Fall asleep? Did you fall asleep?
Even if you fell asleep, I guess. Wait, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess the only reason it would make sense.
Would he not remember to?
Yeah, if he fell asleep after he jacked up, he's gonna know that he watched porn because his pants would be down and he's all gonna be sticky and weird, right?
He's like a Randy Marsh.
But yeah, like, you would know what you were doing. You were there. So I don't know. That's so. I cannot relate. I cannot relate having porn open and then turn off your laptop unless you were like mid stroke while you were trying to do your mid calligraphy, right? and then you someone knocks on your door or something, you have to leave and you're like, oh fuck, and you close your laptop, and then the next time you open it you happen to be surrounded by friends and family.
You're doing it on the commute.
Oh man.
You hear that startup screen? Oh no!
Oh. Climax.
Who was
How
this?
this has become into a very dude podcast.
Yeah, I think
I
we
love it,
like
dude.
we like the nuance and subtlety of having someone who respects themselves here. Instead, it's three people
Wait, what?
who have no shame in talking about these things. This is the part where one of you either agrees or disagrees with me.
I mean, I'm the one that brought it up.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sauce. Did he die?
Fetish.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's fire.
Let's get to the last topic of this episode. I like how we pretended like there was a plan for this
Toes are
episode.
superior.
What did you say?
Toes are superior.
Okay, now we're on the topic of fetishes. I wish we could we could just let
Is there a
people
way to kick sauce out of this?
What?
Okay, no, I don't actually believe this. I'm playing a bit.
Okay.
No. Let's go back to foot fetish, okay? So
Bit.
here's the thing. Of all the things that exist out there, I'm surprised that people are disgusted by foot fetish.
Have
Like,
you
it's
seen
been
some
s-
people's feet, man.
It's a bit.
Yeah, I know, but have you seen some people's faces? Like, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be an ugly version of anything. My point is, when foot fetish is like, what's his face? Quentin Tarantino, right? Or the guy that made iCarly. Like, those guys have foot fetish, and it's not as weird because, like, it's weird with the guy from iCarly because he's with minors, but it's less weird with Quentin Tarantino. But my point is, there's so many weird, disgusting fetishes out there that I'm like, how are you still phased by foot fetish? Like, 2 Girls, 1 Cup was like, what, 20 years ago? Like, okay, not 20, 15 years ago? Like, that's weird, you know? Like, that's not normal. But some things are becoming normalized because the extreme has been pushed, right? It's been pushed so far that things that at some point were kind of like, ugh, what the fuck, are like, you know what? I've seen so much worse. Like, it's fine. I'll take this
Fine.
any day of the week instead of, scatting or whatever. And I don't mean like someone walking into the bedroom like, no. It's someone dunking on your face, basically. But but I mean, like,
Shit on your face.
yeah. But yeah, there's so many weird and they keep evolving, bro. Like, fetishes, they've always been here. Maybe they've been getting more publicity, or maybe they're new. I don't know. But man, there's fetishes that were not here 10 years ago. I'll tell you that, or were not as
Bro.
popular. Like we were discussing before the episode, we had furries, right? Furries have become so popular. And a lot of people are like, no, furries aren't sexual. They're just a hobby where people like to dress up in furry costumes. And you know what? I'm going to pretend like that's not weird, right? I'm going to pretend like that's normal for a brief second. Okay? But then, all it takes is one person to sexual... Like, I mentioned this before we recorded. I love
Yo,
Sonic
John.
the Hedgehog. Okay?
Wait, say that again. It cut. It's not.
I said Kim Yo Jong.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah, they fetishize everything now.
Like
It's scary.
whenever the internet has the
Sauce, you're breaking off. You're
Hello?
breaking off, Sauce.
I know I heard like I heard myself say it, then I waited like 10 seconds of silence. Or like
10
maybe
seconds,
less.
bro. That was like 3. What are you, in the hyperbolic time
5
chamber?
seconds of silence. I'm teleporting, guys. The gods hear me talking about the forbidden stuff. They're
The
taking me away.
Go, repeat.
I don't even.
You were talking like the internet whenever they get their hands on something.
Oh, whenever something pops up in like pop culture or like in just the world, the internet will take the chance to loot it up. Did I cut out again?
No. That's rule 34 of the internet.
Take female Bowser for an example.
Oh, Bowser.
Dude, you're still choosing things that resemble creatures. People have been sexualizing coronavirus and the Earth. Like,
Because they're bored with the real women.
yeah, like don't tell me female Bowser, because that's an actual creature that may exist. Come talk to me after you've seen a sexual post about fucking Internet Explorer getting it down with Firefox. Like, that's a gross.
Fire, bro.
But that exists. The internet offers you that information.
That's fire, bro.
It's not comfortable.
4chan,
God.
Google Chrome Chan.
Yeah, everything you're saying is legitimately out there.
It is.
It's not even like a
Marcos,
joke.
you know this?
I did.
You can find.
It's like Earth-chan. You know,
I'm afraid of doing.
you know Earth-chan.
I've
Earth-
heard the memes, but I haven't
Earth-chan.
actually seen pictures.
So it's the same concept.
But with everything. But yeah, people, there's no shame on the internet. There's no shame. There's no
Bro, there's probably
respect.
Kawaii Hitler.
Everything. There's everything. Everything you can imagine is there. Everything. Okay? And that's why when it comes like, oh, it's a foot fetish, I'm like, man, at least it's not, the other shit that we've been seeing. Another thing that we also discussed before this is the diaper fetish, like, the age play kind of thing.
Goo Goo Gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga, yeah, stroke my, but like...
My rattle.
Yeah, stroke my rattle.
My favorite cartoon's Rugrats.
Dun, 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 dun. That's in my sex playlist, says the Virgin.
Okay, no, that sounds wrong. Yo, this shit smacks.
I mean, it's a poppin' theme, but
Okay,
yeah, so it's a legitimate.
Like Jodeci.
What'd you say?
I said it's like Jodeci. It's an R&B group. It's like Genuine. Am I speaking gibberish? I'm
A
sorry.
little bit, but it's kind of cool. It's like I'm peeking into a different world.
Genuine? You know Pony?
Okay, well, I know what a pony is. I don't know what pony is. Like, what?
Ride it, my pony. Come
Like,
on.
you have to know that you're coming off
Oh,
like
yeah.
something else, right?
Oh my-
No, I know what he's saying.
Yeah, okay, but I guess I'm the old man out here.
No, this is old.
It's
This
just
would-
a song, dude. It's like how old is it? It's like.
In my
Yeah,
defense,
that's the video.
It's an American song.
yeah,
so-
in my defense,
Yeah.
I didn't collect all the pop culture from the States. Some things got lost in time.
Bachelor.
Oh, man, his name is really Genuine.
Genuine.
No, it's Genuine.
bro.
I
No.
never knew how to pronounce it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think he knows how to pronounce it, but anyway.
Who knows? I might be like pronouncing it wrong right now.
Not you, I'm talking about Genuine.
Oh. Genuine.
No, there's definitely a wine in it.
Oh, genuine, dude.
Genuine.
I like
Are
his
you
last
watching the
name,
music
Vivo.
video?
No, I'm gonna watch it later.
Okay.
But
I
yeah,
do like it.
Probably we have similar tastes, but yeah. So the diaper fetish, that's weird. Some people, again, they say the same as the furries and the bronies out there. It's not sexual. It's just something I like to do town-wide. And their reasoning is like, oh, because the feeling of being young is cathartic, like, having no issues and just laying around and pooping your pants, I guess. It's just so freeing that they want to experience that again. And that's why they do it. But like we discussed earlier, it's all fun and games until you pay someone who is not related to you and is not a friend and you don't know, some stranger on fucking Craigslist, to come over and treat you like a baby. You, a 30-something-year-old man in diapers, having a babysitter burp you and give you a pacifier, and that's when it's weird.
But in that case, like, wouldn't it be weirder if you did have a family member do that to you?
At least a family member can keep the shame within the family. This lady, she's going home and talking to friends.
Yeah, show in Alabama real quick.
No, like keep the shame as in she can say she doesn't have to tell anyone outside the house that her brother is a fucking weirdo. But if it's some random person on the internet, she's gonna go home and be like,
Easier leak.
"What a fucking weirdo!" Like, I mean, it's a
I
gig.
mean-
Money is money. But yeah, that's another weird fetish. But there's like a whole bag of them where
Which one do I got today?
it could be. It's hard to accept as something normal. But then again, like what? Fucking, like we said, 15, 20 years ago, a foot fetish was like the grossest thing you can think of. Or a golden shower is the grossest thing you can think of. And you're like, man, I'll scarf down some pee before I have anyone dress up like a baby and me having to change them sexually. Like, that's a little bit of pedophilia in that one, too.
Is that more on the person like giving like the services? Like, oh, you're my baby.
I think it goes both ways.
It's both ways.
I think so. I think there's a little creepiness, like a pedophilic creepiness to both. Because
It's the fact that like, you put money in it.
and money also doesn't help either. Yeah, it's still weird. Like there's a what like how old was he? 62
You know,
year
it
old
would
man.
be even worse if they didn't charge for it, right?
What?
Oh,
Wait, what?
It's like it would be It would be worse if they didn't pay for it. Like if they didn't charge.
If they didn't get paid, it's like that meme from We're the Millers. Like, wait, you guys are getting paid?
It's on the house.
That's basically the person that's doing it for free, not realizing that this is not normal. Have you guys ever experienced furries, like open furries?
There's some in the esports community.
I'm
So-
sure there's some everywhere.
Wait, there's this one. He's like top of the game. He's been winning.
Yeah, he loves those Sonic
And
games.
we all cheer for him though because his name. So his name is literally Sonic Fox.
Oh, man. See, people are ruining Sonic for me. Anyway, continue.
But he's the best in like, I think he's like he enters in different games, which is like not really normal because they have to be the top. And I think he's won like multiple games in a row or like in the same tourney. So he's pretty impressive.
I mean, I doubt being a furry affects your gaming skills. So, luckily,
Put it all to it.
Hey, bro,
Luckily,
he
there-
wears his costume on stage
I feel like that would be
Oh,
so
man.
hot to be in the entire time.
and he still wins.
Maybe that's why, because he's focused. His bowels are less tense.
It's an extra obstacle.
Yeah,
It's a handicap for the others.
it's like
Or actually,
Goku's
maybe-
weight.
But for
Goku's weighted
him-
vest.
It's like wait,
Yeah.
what?
No, go ahead.
I was about to say like, imagine like you're in a sports tourney, like people are there already sweaty, but like if you're in like the suit, you're pretty much living in Florida.
You're losing like 20 pounds after every game.
you're staying in the Philippines while the Philippines are in Florida.
Yeah. What about you, Marcos? Have you ever encountered a furry?
I don't know if it necessarily is, but there was this time I went up late, and this is when I'm already doing, right?
You're doing what?
And a culinary school.
Mhm.
Like I was already at a community college,
Yeah.
and I'm late to class, so I'm like trying to hurry, and I bump onto someone, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, dude," and the person looks at me like with this like face, and is like, "Did you just assume?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, do that? I don't know." And he's like, "I'm a fox," and I was like looking at him dead in the eyes, and I was just like, "I don't have time for this," and I kept walking away. Like,
He
I
tells
didn't know
you
how to react to that. Man.
this is what you're supposed to do. If he says I'm a fox, you just look at him like ring ring ding 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 ding. Pow 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 pow.
Gonna be friends.
Um,
Man, that was probably one of the, like awkward scenarios I've ever been in. Like,
If-
I honestly cannot get past it.
it just goes to therapy. It's like I've seen shit, man. If he
The
was
person who had
trolling,
anything?
I honestly thought, like, at first I thought it was a joke, but like he looked me dead in the eyes. I was like, hey, like I really don't have time for. I just kept walking back. Dude, it was just like I couldn't tell whether it was a. That's.
what was that meme where it's like, in all ways, in every way except physical, I'm a wolf, or something like that, right? In all aspects.
No idea.
So there's a meme where it's a guy who identifies as a wolf, and he says, "In all ways except this, I'm a wolf."
Oh, yeah. And he starts howling. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But the closest I've ever gotten to furries is when we went to. I love how we're talking about them. They're like they're not normal people. They're normal. Just just they're normal in every other aspect except in this specific hobby. It's a little bit questionable. If they don't hurt anyone, then I don't genuinely care. I'm just sharing my opinion. This is just a disclosure, right? Like, okay, even if you want to get sexual with furries, it's kind of weird, but man, if you're not hurting anyone, you're not doing anything illegal, have fun. But but this is my first time encountering them, and I'm like, wow, like, it's intimidating, bro. We went to a convention as JSA back in.
I couldn't go, man. I wish it went.
You remember that one? Yeah, it was like TitanCon or something.
Yeah. I didn't go though,
Yeah,
but I heard the stories.
It was the first time I've ever gone up north, or not the first time, but it was the first time during my presidency in which that's not even true. Anyway, Albert drove, which is nice because usually I'm the one that drives, but no, it felt special. But anyway, so you get there, and then we filmed that weird Saiyan situation, like that Dragon Ball parody thing, right?
Fight scene.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. We had a good time, but the place we were filming was right next to a furry camp.
That's lit.
And when they told me like, "Hey man, like there's the furries," I'm like, "Wow, like I can talk so much shit about them anonymously online, but the second I come face to face with them, I'm
Bro,
terrified."
you're about to get jumped. You're about
Like,
to get jumped by
I don't know anything about them. They're unpredictable. Like I'm pretty sure. No, that's bad. That's bad.
what?
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure this is how Americans felt about Muslims after 9/11. Like they were like, "Oh, we don't know what they mean. We don't know what they feel. Like, are they
Muslims, huh?
humans?" But not to that
They throw
extreme.
rocks at pillars.
What'd you say?
They throw rocks at pillars.
Yeah, maybe that's what they do. We don't know. But yeah, that was the closest I've gotten. But I don't know. Personally, I don't know any out of the closet furry. Maybe we have friends in our groups that are furries. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. I feel like it's exaggerated online when they make it seem like a person's whole life revolves around being a furry. When I feel like in reality, it's like a side hobby. I think.
When you actually get to know one.
Like, not
Yeah,
even
that's
actually
fine.
get to know one. The only time where they're that extreme is when they're at conventions or places in which they're allowed to. But otherwise, I
Yeah.
feel like they're just like every other person. I hate that we're still talking about them like they're a different species.
Have y'all had brony friends?
No,
Who?
I can't recall. I
I
don't
don't know
have-
what that is.
Brony?
My
I
Little
don't.
Pony. Did you hear me, Marcus?
Marcos?
No, I still don't know what those are.
My Little Pony, famous cartoon / toy line.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a huge
Um,
spike in male fans, like adult male fans, in the past, like 10 years? So there's a
Then-
community
then,
known
yes,
as the
I do
Bronies.
know one.
In my when I was in high school, I had like 3 classmates. I could call them friends too, but they were bronies.
Ah, disgusting.
They're pretty. I mean, they're pretty nonchalant with it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. I feel
Yeah.
like they're My Little Pony or furry to those people is wrestling or Dragon Ball to me. You know, like I love it.
It's your shit.
You know what? Let's wait. Let's hold off because although I'm a huge fan, I do draw the line in a lot of things. Like I would never dress up as a Dragon Ball character and walk around. Like as much as I love Dragon Ball,
Why not, bro?
cosplays ain't for me. Like I get shirts
Okay,
with Dragon
that's
Ball.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I look like if I was gonna cosplay a wrestler, the only one I can dress as is like fucking what, Kevin Owens.
Like you think your body type wouldn't do the justice of like
Yeah, maybe
Oh, I'm
Yajirobe, but
over.
then I have to shave my beard and grow my hair, and
That's what
also
my,
be Asian.
cousin did. That's what my cousin did when we went to Anime Expo.
For which character? Or did he just?
Yajirobe.
Oh, Yajirobe. Yeah, that's like that's the average man look. That's a good look.
What's the thick white
Dodoria?
skin
Oh.
android?
The thick white. Oh, Android 19.
Yeah, he also cosplayed as Android 19.
This guy knows how to pick them. Like he knows the body type and he's owning it.
Yeah, pretty fun, dude.
Also,
It's funny when
not a
they-
lot of Dragon Ball characters have facial hair.
Mr.
Let's do
September.
Dragon Ball Super Yajirobe.
Yeah, no, I can actually rock him. That's true. I'll just have to get a wig. That's
What
true. That's
happened
true.
to you? Goku.
But in the original Dragon Balls or the Dragon Ball Z run, they said that Yajirobe died, but I guess not.
You see him in the future, they're like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, little beard. I mean, he's still cool though. It's interesting that they picked Yajirobe. We're not here to discuss Dragon Ball because we just reached the hour mark. We're not gonna get into the Dragon Ball topic.
This went from fetish to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because Dragon Ball's my fetish,
Rona,
bro.
Fetish, and then Dragon Ball.
If you come into the bedroom bald with a third eye on your head, ooh, you best know you be getting some. Like I'm not gonna hold back.
Green and purple antennas.
Ooh, sexy. God, there's no sexy Dragon Ball characters. Like they're attractive,
You might be below.
but they're not sexy. Like, which is funny because Bulma's heavily sexualized in the original or the early. Krillin. Ah, man, if you come up to me and you don't have a nose, you best know that I'm into that. Like that's my fetish. No nose.
You look like a kid.
You have to, and you have to be a midget. Yeah, I want Danny DeVito with no nose,
Android.
but he got
Danny
Android
DeVito,
18. But anyway, I think this is a good way or a bad way to end the second season. So we'll plan out for the third season. Hopefully, whoever's still here stays here, which sounds like a
Bro, it's
threat.
Summer vacation, bro.
Yeah. I'll try to high pitch, but I'm a little bit congested. I think I have the Rona. There we go.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. I just had to stretch it out. I had to get through those first few lumps. Anyway, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in a month, about a month, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we're going with. Go watch an episode of Dragon Ball because it's Goku Day. Well,
Goku
not when you
Day.
get this episode, but whatever. Have fun. Live life. Be a furry if you want. There's furry characters in Dragon Ball, I think. Yeah, no, there's a lot. We're not going to get into this conversation. Anyway, so see you guys. Bye-bye.
Deuces.
Bye.